are you all set for the holidays? Make sure you are, because remember, Christmas is next week already. Today's the first full day of Hanukkah. So it is, in fact, let's go to B. Let's go to B block, Pam. For those who haven't done their shopping yet, you're a little late. You might be a little too late if you try to order something, but 'tis the season to get into the stores and do your shopping in person. That might be the way to go today. If you, in fact, are in need of buying gifts, like me, you're the person who waits till the last second. That is what it is. Well, if you were out over the weekend trying to do your shopping, you know that airports throughout the Northeast a fake. Yes, Pam, we do. I don't believe Pam. I think Pam is playing games with my brain. All right, everybody, just bear with us here. Bear with us. Excuse me. Our time is 8:21 right now. And all right, here we are. While we're all focused on the holidays, the shopping, the gatherings, the celebrations, of course, there's some important business to take care of before the year wraps up. It may feel far away, but prepping your, pardon me, IRS documents now, that's the way to go. In 2026, the one big beautiful law will bring changes to the tax code. Robbin Caruso is partner at national tax firm Prager Metis. We say good morning, Robbin.
Good morning, Ken. How are you?
Good. Please forgive my frog voice that I have today. I'm trying to get through it. But there are some major changes in the one big beautiful law. Talk about some of the new tax law changes that we have to look forward to.
Oh, there are so many changes. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act has dramatically reshaped the federal tax code and also government spending. Some of the key changes that we can anticipate seeing for taxpayers are a lot of new credits that we haven't seen before. There's a senior tax credit. Actually, it's a deduction, a senior deduction, tips deduction, car loan interest, qualifying tips, a lot of new terminology for us that has come out recently. And in the law,
Interesting.
there are many provisions that have been extended. There are things that are temporary. So the four I just named, like the senior deduction, which is a $6,000 deduction for people who are 65 and older, or car loan interest, you can deduct up to $10,000 now of your car loan interest with subject to certain phase out thresholds. So lots of new opportunities available for
Yeah.
people.
And clearly that's to try to encourage people to buy new cars because I'm assuming because car loan rates, interest rates were so high that it was cost prohibitive to get a new car or to buy a new house, right? But now by creating a deduction that we never had before, suddenly that's a little incentive and you get some of that money back. You're not getting
Yeah,
all of it back, but
that's
a little
part
bit
of the
money back.
What's interesting is part of the incentive, but a lot of what I'm seeing, the cars need to be completed, like final production in the United States. So it's encouraging the purchase of cars that are produced in the United States as well.
That's a fantastic way to boost business, keep the money in the country, right? And keep the jobs in the country. And a lot of people don't itemize their deductions. So what should they know about the expanded standard deduction and how it could affect their refunds?
Well, the standard deduction has gone up a little bit, and another thing is it's been made permanent at the higher amounts. Before the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, that's before 2017, we had lower standard deductions. They were a lot less than they are now, and they got raised to closer to 15,000 and 30,000 in 17. For 2025, people married filing jointly will get a $31,500 standard deduction, and single and married filing separate persons will get 15,750. So those are substantial. And the other thing they did interesting is they set them to inflation now. So those will keep increasing year after year to help us.
I love it. And how about for parents and caregivers? What do they need to know about the updated child care and caregiver credits?
Well, the child tax, there are two different credits. There's an enhanced child tax credit right now. It's 2,200 adjusted for inflation. There are higher phase outs that have been made permanent. Interestingly, there's a refundable portion, the additional child tax credit. That's gone up to $1,700. That's a pretty big boost for 2025. And it's also adjusted for inflation going forward. They kept the phase outs the same. So if you're single and you make $200,000, or you're married filing joint and making over $400,000, you'll start to phase out of that credit. But for now, you have it. And then there's
That's a
also an
great deal.
enhanced.
Yeah, I'd say that's a
Yes.
great deal. I'm sorry to step on you.
Oh, it is. And then there's also an enhanced child and dependent care credit. And the biggest change they made to that is they raised the limit from 35% up to 50% for eligible taxpayers with adjusted gross income of 15,000 or less. And then it slowly phases back down towards that original 20%. That's the minimum that you can get. And that's a great thing. They've also expanded what qualifies for expenses for child care credit a bit. And you can take up to $3,000 for one child or $6,000 for two or more at
That's
these
pretty
rates.
amazing. And we're down to our last minute or so. So I just want to bring up quickly, business owners see the change for the family leave tax credit. That's now permanent. And that's a big deal for small and mid-sized businesses, right? Because federal law says you got to let these people go off, but businesses are losing money because they had to bring in other employees.
It is, but they're keeping some of that on. That will be helpful. And you know what's interesting? There's a few new unusual credits I'd like to mention if I may. There's a gambling. They've made changes with gambling. So people who are gambling, you can only take deductions for up to 90% as a below the line deduction against the gambling income that you have. A lot of people aren't aware of that, and I think it could really trip some people up. If somebody has substantial gambling, they may want to talk to a tax professional and look into something called session reporting that could help them a lot. So that's
I got to cut you right
one.
there because we're up against a hard break, Robbin, with the commercials. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on. Robbin Caruso, partner at national tax firm Prager Metis. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
You
Bye
bet.
bye.